In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a topology in physical mode using Packet Tracer. So when we open Packet Tracer, we are in logical mode. We can switch to physical mode. It will take us to the home city. From home city, we can move to corporate office. Click it again. It will take us to the main wiring closet. And I'm going to add my network device in the wiring closet. If we need to go back to the home city or any other physical location, so we can use the navigation panel. And if I go to the corporate office, click corporate office, and I can jump back to the corporate office. But now we just use the wiring closet to set up our topology. If we look at the blue toolbar here, we can add a rack. I click here, and that is create a new rack. I add a table. We can even add some shelves on our physical room, because the physical mode used to simulate the device physical location. So we get a shelf. We can use it to store our network device. We can add a PAC board as well. So the PAC board we added here. Now I'm going to pick up a couple of devices and put it on my shelf. So I get the router, I pick up the 4K router and pick up 1941 router. I want to add a switch, so I pick up two 2960 switch, and even I just connect one for our topology, but we can have a couple of devices on the shelf. And I'm going to add a PC, so that is PC add to the table. I will connect a laptop as well. So the laptop be added into the table. Now we had equipment. We want to add the equipment to our rack. So I'll pick up a 1941 router. I pick up a 2960 switch. So we can move the location of the device. We can move the device on the rack, and we can choose where we want to have the device. Now we need to have cables. I click the cables, and I can add the cable just to the PAC board. And the next one, I'm going to add straight through cable. So this color is for crossover cable. Add another straight through cable. We'll need it later on. Now we want to connect our network device from PC, and I want to connect to the router interface. So I can pick up the cable I have here, or I can pick up the cable from the bottom. So I just pick up the straight through cable, and if we move the cursor on top of the interface, we can see the interface name. I connect fast internet on the PC to the router. So the router interface is easy to see. This is a Gigabase G00. If you can't read the interface name, and what we can do, we can right click the device and we can inspect the front of the device. Then we we can zoom in, zoom out. So now we connect the interface G00. So from the PC to the router, we connect to interface G00. And I want to have another cable connect the interface G01. So you can see when I move the cursor on top of the interface, and it shows us the interface name. So that is from interface G01. I want to connect to the switch, but it's hard to read the switch interface name. So we right click, we inspect the front, and we zoom in, zoom out, and we can see the interface. This is the interface F05. So from the router to the switch, we get the interface F05. And then from switch, we want to connect the switch interface F06 to the laptop. So I pick up a cable from here and use inspect and go pick up the interface F06. So the interface be highlighted, and I connect to the fast interface on the PC. Now we build a simple topology, and we need to power on our network device. So if I click the router, and then we can power on the device. Now we see the green light at the bottom. So we get the green light means the router already be powered on. For the switch has no switch to power it on to power it off. When we get the network device and connect the power, it's already be powered on. For the PC, and we click the power button, we power it on. For the laptop, we need to power it on as well. So I click the laptop. We can see the power button. So at the moment it's on. So I turn on, turn off. You can see the light here. Then how we can start the configuration from the physical mode, and to physical configure device, we need to connect a console port. Say for example, I'm going to use a PC to configure the router. I will use a laptop to configure the switch. So I get a console port, connect to the RS232 port on the PC. So I'm going to inspect the front and click connect to the RS232 port. Then go to the router, pick up the console port. So we get the connection from the PC. We'll use it to configure the router. And the laptop, I pick up another console port. I want to use the laptop to configure the switch. The console port is at the back of the switch. So we right click the switch and we inspect the rail. So we look at the back of the switch. So that is a console port. Now we got our console cable, connect the end device, PC and laptop to our device. We can start to do the configuration. So we click the PC and we go to desktop, and the device is still power off, and click it and click the PC. Go to the desktop, and this time we are not going to use the command prompt to configure the device. We go to the terminal, we click the terminal. Here we have the default setup. We just use the default setup for the configuration. So click OK. Now you can see we are in the console port of the router. So click No, and from here we can start to configure the device, and that is for the console connection to the PC. So we build a simple network topology in physical mode. So let's see what we have. If we click the logical mode, we go back to the logical mode, we can see there are a couple of devices on our network. So that is what we have. And we connect, we have the extra router. So here is a connection. So I got a router connect to a switch, the switch connect to a PC. So that is our network topology. On the physical mode, we have another router, another switch, which haven't been connected to our topology. We just keep it on the shelf, but we can see the logical mode and the physical mode, they actually map each other. So this video just show you how we can build a topology in physical mode when we use a packet tracer, and how we can connect the console cable to start the configuration. Because we use a packet tracer, we can simply just click the network device, then go to the command line interface to start our configuration. Or we use a PC, and we use a terminal on the PC to configure our network device. Okay, thank you for watching.